Did you know that someone recently paid nearly $500,000 to be Snoop Dogg's neighbor? And no, the guy didn't buy a real house. This was a $450,000 purchase of virtual land in the metaverse located right next to Snoop Dogg's virtual residence. Land in the metaverse is becoming a big deal, with some land valuations approaching the value of land in real life. Here is a look at how you can buy virtual land in the metaverse and take advantage of one of the biggest emerging trends of the past year. So what is virtual real estate being used for? Before shelling out some of your hard-earned money into virtual land, you may be wondering what are the use cases for these digital real estate properties. Here's a look at the different use cases for virtual land in the metaverse. Business. You can create a business that operates within the metaverse where you sell virtual goods or services, such as opening a store or business in a real world. Events and parties. You can use your virtual real estate as a destination to host parties, get-togethers and events. Games. You can also host games where people can come and play. Experiences. In addition to games, you can host some sort of experience, such as an art gallery of NFTs or something else that visitors will want to check out. Home. Finally, this piece of virtual land can simply be your home in that metaverse. And since the concept of the metaverse is still very new, there will likely be many other use cases for virtual land that are yet to be discovered. With some of these use cases, such as businesses, events, parties or gaming, you can generate an income that could make you some real money. And there are already some examples of players in developing countries who are already making a living by utilizing their virtual land. If you are looking to purchase virtual land in the metaverse, then you will need to know which platforms are offering land for sale. Here's a look at some of the most popular places where you can purchase virtual land today. AXIE Infinity. The first game that you should check out is AXIE Infinity. This is by far the most popular play to earn game with tens of millions of users. And in a nutshell, AXIE Infinity is a card game where you can battle your characters against other players' characters. Right now, AXIE Infinity is in the process of rolling out an update called Lunacia, which will allow you to purchase virtual land in the game. And since AXIE Infinity is already so popular, Lunacia will likely have one of the biggest land booms in the metaverse. DECENTRALAND. Another big player in the metaverse world is DECENTRALAND. Currently, DECENTRALAND is perhaps the best representation of what the metaverse will be like in the future. In DECENTRALAND, people interact with each other in various experiences. So everything in DECENTRALAND metaverse is user-generated content. That means that people are buying virtual land in DECENTRALAND and then developing properties and experiences that will attract visitors. You can purchase land by going to the DECENTRALAND marketplace. On the listings, you can see where the land is located, as well as the price. And because DECENTRALAND is one of the most popular metaverse platforms out there, the floor price on land right now is very expensive, at about $10,000. The Sandbox. The next game that you should check out is the Sandbox. If you're familiar with Minecraft, then you will feel at home with the kind of like box-like architecture of the Sandbox. You can play, build, own and monetize your own experience. And much like Decentraland, everything in the Sandbox is going to be user-generated content. Currently, the Sandbox has some high-profile partners including Snoop Dogg, Atari, Hell's Kitchen, Care Bears and the Smurfs. And because of all the mainstream partners on the Sandbox, it has the potential to offer some of the most valuable lands in the metaverse. If you would like to purchase land, you can go to OpenSea Marketplace, where the plots are sold as NFTs. Not all of the land has been released yet. MIRANDUS. Next up, let's take a look at the Gala Games MIRANDUS. And this is an epic RPG set in a virtual world ruled by 5-player monarchs. In this game, you have the freedom to do whatever you want. This can include venturing out into the forest to battle monsters, becoming a knight for one of the monarchs, or setting up shop in one of the cities or towns. The game allows you to hold land deeds that allow you to own plots of land in the wilderness, shops in the cities, or own entire cities within the game. Unlike the other games I've talked about, the plots for sale here are extremely limited. You can find land for sale on the marketplace section though, on the Gala Games site, or you can go to a secondary market such as OpenSea. Now this is just the tip of the iceberg. Of course, there are going to be lots of other metaverse platforms and games coming out. However, it's a good idea to start off by checking out the biggest and most active metaverse destinations. This will give you an excellent understanding of how virtual land works in the metaverse. What contributes to the value of these lands? Now that you have an idea of where these virtual lands are located, let's talk about what contributes to the value of these lands. Here's a look at the 4 factors that you will have to consider. Location. Just like real life land, location is going to be one of the biggest factors in determining the value of virtual land. For example, let's say there is a plot of land that is close to a resource that many players will need in the game. In this case, that plot of land is going to be extremely valuable because so many people will be traveling around the property. As an example, DECENTRALAND has several hubs that attract lots of players. Having land next to these hubs can be extremely lucrative if you are looking to open a business, for example. Scarcity. In just about all of these games, there's going to be a limit as to how much land is going to be available. Therefore, a game that becomes more popular is going to see lots of their real estate get scooped up very, very quickly. This will likely escalate the price of these properties. For example, let's say that there is a game with 10 million active users and only 100 pieces of virtual real estate for sale. If someone wants to open a business in that game, they would potentially make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year with just that one piece of virtual real estate. Therefore, that person may spend over $1 million on just a single plot of virtual land in that game. Size. Also, like in the real world, the size of a property is going to play an important role in its value. Obviously, the larger the size of the property, the more valuable it can be. So for instance, if you want to host an experience, being able to accommodate 100 players is going to be better than having a property that can only accommodate 20 players. Game popularity. As a game gets more popular, there will be more active users in that metaverse world. Naturally, this will make land in the game more popular. Whether you want to use the land for business, self-promotion, or just creating an experience, you'll find that lands in fast-growing games will rise quicker in value. Now, right now, virtual land is being scooped up by people all around the world. Prices are starting to rise very, very quickly for some of the most valuable lands in the most popular games. However, there is still some virtual real estate that is a genuine bargain. So if you are looking to purchase virtual real estate, make sure you do your research and don't spend more than you can afford to lose. Who knows, you could be the next virtual real estate mogul. If you like this video, I also made a video recently called 7 ways NFTs will be used in the real world. It's a really kind of interesting video. You can click on the card on the screen to watch it. Alternatively, I made another video called the 30 most popular cryptocurrencies explained. Again, you can click on the card on the screen. Whichever video you choose, I'll see you over there.